Well, our first guest is Bill Dallas. Bill is a good friend of our ministry. He is with United in Purpose, and they are an organization that builds relationships between groups and ministries and to help us toward one purpose, and that is lifting up Jesus Christ and biblical values across the country. And Bill joins us. Bill, where are you today, my friend?
Well, I'm in Northern California today, Tim, and it's a great day out here, and so much appreciate you having me on the program, and so much appreciate American Family Association.
Your organization, United in Purpose, tell us what you do.
So what our whole goal is just in our name, United in Purpose. Our tagline is transformation through unity, and we believe when more Christians get engaged in culture, that we can see the fragrance of society reflect a Christ-like fragrance, a smell to it, if you would. And the way we work is we go along helping other groups like AFA and others see how we can lend ourselves to further other organizations' mission. And particularly the last few years, we've been focused on helping groups make sure we get every last Christian that is connected to somebody's email, Facebook, radio listener, TV program, make sure that they're engaged and they're going to be voting in the election.
Bill, Ed Vitagliano here. There's a lot of, I don't want to say controversy, but there's a lot of discussion that goes on between Christians and among Christians about the proper role of the Christian in a culture and in politics. Why should Christians care about our culture? Why should they get involved in it? Why should they get involved in politics? Why should they pray for a nation that has clearly gone astray?
But I know that later in the program you're going to have David Lane, and David is maybe one of the most articulate people when it comes to laying out the case, because he'll tell you, and does it so much better than I, that somebody's values are going to reign, somebody's going to take that vacuum, and if it's not us as Christians, then who will it be? And we have to remember that Abraham Kuyper said many hundreds of years ago that there's not a place in all the universe where Christ does not cry out mine. And so in culture, which culture just means the group of people, right, is whose values are going to reign. And so when Christians sit home and say, boy, I can't, look how the direction the country is going, why is it going in that direction? First question you always have to ask is, well, how much engaged are you as a Christian? And one of the things we certainly talk about is elected officials, and the question is, well, how about you? Are you voting? And as you know, in 2012, 38 million Christians out of 89 million born-again adult Christians, 38 million did not vote. I mean, that's a huge amount of people that just are not engaged. And so if we want to see a culture that has a greater fragrance, that reflects the foundation of what we are founded on, Judeo-Christian principles, then Christians have to get engaged in a lot of areas, not just in the voting booth, but that certainly is one area.
Rob, you and Bill have been working together on a project, right?
Yeah, we have. We have been working basically on getting out the vote using social media to help do that. Bill, mind sharing with us a little bit about what we've been doing. You've been doing basically to use social media to help get out the vote.
Get those 38 million to the polls.
Yeah, wake up. Yeah, get out of bed, get out the couch.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the one thing that we're asking everybody to do is to change their profile picture on Facebook, on Twitter, on their other social media accounts, and we set up a generic website. It's called imvoting.net, and that's imvoting.net. Again, imvoting.net. And if you go there, it will show you how you can replace or add on your social media. We all of us have pictures on our social media accounts, and you can do it one of two ways. Either change out your picture completely, or you can add a Twibbon. And Twibbon is a new function out there that basically you can add a nice little signature at the bottom of your profile picture, and all it says is, I'm voting. It doesn't say who you're voting for, it says, I'm voting. And the T, if you notice, it has a really nice reflection. It looks like a cross. And we're asking everybody to change their social media pictures now for the next 7 days and encourage every single person they know to change their profile picture. 2 reasons why. Number one, we know that when people do things like that, I'm voting, they're pledging basically, and we know based on a Harvard study that there's a greater likelihood that they will actually show up and vote, and that's one reason. And the second reason is because we want to show the rest of the country that Christians are engaged. This all came out of the idea of, it was Catherine Snow from Focus on the Family, but it was a greater idea that started a few years ago that I know AFA was a part of, and that was Chick-fil-A Appreciation Day. Eventually, everybody said, we're going to support Chick-fil-A, and look what happened on August 1st, 2013.
Yeah, it was a big impact.
Everybody started changing their profile pictures.
Right.
Yeah, the number one selling day for chicken sandwiches in world history. Right there. Hey, Bill, thanks so much for your time. We got to move along here, but we appreciate your work and your efforts to help get out the vote. Election day is 1 week from today, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Tim.
That's Bill Dallas joining us.